There is one number on your car insurance you can change in about 2 minutes that cuts your bill by around $500 a year. It is your deductible, but raising it is also the easiest way to set a trap for your future self. Because that same change can cost you $500 on the worst day of your year. So today we settle exactly how high you should actually set it, with real numbers so you get the savings without the gamble. Back to Maria. Her renewal came in higher again, and her agent floated an easy fix: raise her deductible from $500 to $1,000 and watch the premium drop. On paper, it sounds free, but Maria's emergency fund is thin, and that one detail changes the entire answer. So let us run it honestly, the way the offer never gets explained. One disclaimer: this is decision math, not insurance advice. Costs vary by state and car. Confirm with a licensed agent. First, what a deductible even is. It is the amount you agree to pay out of your own pocket before your insurance pays a dime on a claim. Pick a $1,000 deductible, and if a repair costs $1,500, you pay the first $1,000, and they cover the rest. The deal is simple. The more you agree to cover yourself, the less they charge you every month. You're buying a lower bill by promising to take on more risk. And the savings are real, but they are lopsided in a way most people never notice. Going from a $250 deductible up to $500 cuts your premium about 9%. But going from $500 up to $1,000 cuts it about 18%, twice as much. So the bigger jump gives you the bigger reward, which is exactly why $500 to $1,000 is the move worth actually thinking about. In real dollars, raising your deductible from $500 to $1,000 saves the average driver about $511 a year. Consumer Reports puts the range even wider, a 20 to 25% cut on the collision and comprehensive part of your bill. That is genuine money every year for changing a single line on your policy. So what is the catch? Because there is always a catch. And here's where those figures come from. Here is the catch nobody says out loud. When you raise your deductible, you did not really save that money, you moved it. You moved it from a small guaranteed cost today, a slightly higher premium, to a large sudden cost on the day you have a claim. That $511 a year only stays in your pocket if you go the whole year without wrecking. The moment you have a claim, you hand back $500 more than you used to. So the real question is not how much you save. It is whether you can absorb the hit when it lands. So run the break even. Using the Zebra's more conservative numbers, raising your deductible saves about $186 a year, but it puts an extra $500 at risk the day you file. Divide it out, and you need to go about 2.7 years without a claim just to break even on the trade. Stay claim-free longer than that, you win. File before that, you lose. So the whole bet comes down to how likely you are to actually file a claim. Sourced, as always. And here's the fact that tips the math for a lot of people. In any given year, only about 4% of drivers actually file a collision claim. 96 out of 100 pay their deductible-lowered premium and never touch that deductible at all. When they do file, the average collision claim runs about $5,500, well past any deductible. So, for a safe, claim-free driver, a higher deductible is often free money. The problem is, you do not get to know in advance which kind of year you are having. Quick pause. If running the actual numbers on your insurance like this helps you, subscribe. It is the cheapest way to make sure the next one finds you. Now the number that decides it for most people. Because here's the reality check. Bankrate found that 53% of Americans could not cover a surprise $1,000 expense from their savings, and 24% have no emergency savings at all. That is the whole decision. A higher deductible is only a smart bet if you actually have the cash to pay it the day a claim hits. If a $500 surprise would send you to a credit card, you have not lowered your risk. You have just hidden it until the worst possible moment. So the rule is one sentence. Raise your deductible only to an amount you could pay in cash today, right now, without flinching. Never raise it to a number you hope to save up to later, because the accident does not wait for your savings to catch up. The deductible you pick is a promise you have to be able to keep on your worst day, not your best one. So who should do what? If you have a solid emergency fund and a clean history, go to $1,000 or even higher. Bank the savings and enjoy the lower bill for years. If your savings are thin, keep your deductible at $500 or even $250 and treat the slightly higher premium as the price of not getting blindsided. Neither is wrong. They are just answers to two different questions about your bank account. So run it for Maria. Bumping to 1,000 would save her about $190 a year. Nice, but not life-changing. Against that, she would be putting an extra $500 on the line. Money she does not currently have sitting in savings. For Maria, that is not a smart bet. It is a bet she cannot afford to lose. So the verdict for Maria: she keeps her $500 deductible for now, and instead points that energy at building a real emergency fund. The day she has $1,000, she can lose without pain. She raises the deductible, takes the savings, and it finally becomes the smart move it was pretending to be all along. Here's a pro move most people miss. You can set your collision and comprehensive deductibles separately. They do not have to match. Collision claims, actual crashes, are big and rare, so a higher collision deductible saves you the most money. But comprehensive claims, a cracked windshield, a stolen catalytic converter, hitting a deer, tend to be smaller and more common. So a lot of smart drivers push their collision deductible up to $1,000 but keep comprehensive at $500 or even $250. You capture most of the savings without gambling on the claims you are actually more likely to file. And one specific freebie worth asking about: glass. A cracked windshield is one of the most common claims there is, and several states and insurers either waive the deductible on glass entirely or offer full glass coverage for a couple of dollars a month. So before you raise your comprehensive deductible, check whether your windshield is already covered on its own. It often is, and a glass claim usually does not trigger the kind of surcharge a collision claim does. One last thing, so you do not get confused at the quote screen: your deductible only applies to collision and comprehensive, the coverage on your own car. It does nothing to your liability, the part that pays when you hurt someone else. So raising your deductible never touches your liability limits, and it should not. Keep those high no matter what deductible you choose. So 3 checks before you touch that number. 1. Pick a deductible you could actually pay today. 2. Remember the bigger jump, $500 up to $1,000, gives the bigger saving, so it is the one worth making if you can. And 3. Take the money you save and bank it, so the next time you raise it, the bet is even safer. Get those right, and your deductible quietly works for you instead of against you. That is the deductible decision. But your deductible is only one dial. There is a whole set of hidden factors quietly setting your rate. Some huge, some total myths. The next one separates what really moves your premium from what does not. It is right here. See you there.